Crisp.
Footage.
Crisp.
The
Crisp.
I feel
Crisp.
like that's gonna be all of your guys' comments on this. What are the lights doing?
Hey,
Yeah.
engagement, baby.
Hey, we're haunted by ghosts.
We are.
Yeah. Well, we're recording. Should we get this thing started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What up, Internet? Thanks
What's up,
for
homies?
tuning in to another episode of the Freehub Podcast.
Welcome back.
Jackson here, a.k.a. Jackie Legs, with my good friend.
Feel Good Chubbs here. What's up? Chubbs, or Jay, whatever.
We have a new setup. We're over here in Jay's apartment. We got 2 cameras going, so we're going to try to get some clips, and we're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thanks
You know
for
how it
tuning
goes
in.
around here. We just kind of play it by ear, talk about what we want to talk about, and just, have fun with it.
Yeah, speaking of which, I feel like maybe this episode we might have some new listeners.
Oh, yeah.
As everybody's seen, you've blown up on Instagram in the last 3 months. So I want to talk to you about that, put you on the spot. 'Cause Jay's been posting. You just hit 10K followers, so
Can I give you an update on that?
yeah, tell me.
12K.
12K, baby.
It's going crazy. It's going crazy right now. And to answer your question, the last 3 months, the Instagram has been jumping off. And I'll tell you the reason is, it's real simple. It's real simple. This is gonna sound crazy, but people, I don't even know how to say this. People like to, engage with stuff. It sounds as it's super cliche. It's what all the social media influencers and stuff out there say. People just like to engage with stuff. Give them something to engage with. Mm-hmm. But I found out that people like to talk about action sports. I like to talk about action sports. So instead of just posting my riding videos and stuff like that, I was like, I'm going to post about the stuff that me and my friends talk about all the time. And we have little debates about, oh, is this core or is this cool? Or what do you think about this new thing that's happening in this sport? You know what I mean? So I was like, if we're having these conversations every day, other people want to have these conversations too.
Yeah.
And then it all started with, did Nike save action sports?
God, you triggered me with that video when you said, "Did Nike save skateboarding?"
Oh yeah,
I
that's
sent
what it
him
was.
a 5-paragraph message. I'm like, "How dare you say that? They put the small skate shops out of business. All the shoe companies we grew up." Anyway,
yeah.
But that's really when you started to get the engagement.
Yeah,
a little bit of rage baiting there.
Yep, and the thing is, I don't know what made me even want to post that video. I just had an idea, and maybe I was talking to someone in the DMs and we were talking about that, and I was like, dude, this would be a good conversation to see what other people think instead of putting it on my story. Let's just make a video about it. And I just was at lunch one day. I had a tripod with me and I'm like, I'm just going to talk to the camera. Mm-hmm. So I talked to the camera, brought up the idea, and at a point I was just rambling about Nike and skateboarding, and then made it a 2-part series, and it went crazy. So I just said, let me explore this.
Keep going.
Here we are.
Yeah, dude, you've in that 12K followers now. You've had some big names and some big names commenting and stuff. It's been kind of crazy. Who's been the biggest person that's engaged with your stuff?
So legend Steve Caballero.
Oh, shout out Caballero, yeah.
You can't beat that. Yep. Yeah. Super legend skateboarding. Everyone knows Steve Caballero, like you said, half cab shoe from Vans. He posted on a video that I was talking about.
He also rides bikes, I think, too. I think he does dirt bikes mostly. But
no, he rides dirt jumps and
does?
mountain bikes and stuff like that. He rides for Intense now. But,
no way.
Yeah, that's crazy. But he lives in San Diego and he rides. I can't remember what that San Diego bike park is.
It's that new one that just opened. It looks really cool. I don't know what it's called.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's it's just all clay. It looks like just sculpted perfectly.
Yeah.
But he rides that all the time, and I made a video about how California's bike parks are getting. Did I say skate park? Because I meant bike park.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But I made a video about how California bike parks are basically booming. The communities are kind of starting to take over and build them up and make them better. And he commented talking about how good that bike park is now and how the community is getting better and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, this is Steve Caballero. Dude, insane.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And then a couple days ago, R. Willie interacted with one of my videos, and I was kind of like,
wait,
this is
that?
Crazy. Ryan Williams. You know who Ryan Williams is.
No, he's one Williams. I should know. Sorry.
Nitro Circus guy who rides the scooters and BMX.
Oh, yeah.
Wins all the BMX best tricks. And
is he the one who rides the little trike bike and does the crazy jumps on that? I see that at Nitro Circus.
He's probably done that, but he's more known for like the scooters and the BMX tricks and stuff. Like he does all the world's first. And if you saw clips, you would definitely know exactly who he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 100%. But he commented on one of my things, so that was pretty tight. But yeah it's just kind of getting crazy. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like,
what are you gonna do when you're a famous influencer? Are you still gonna remember all of us?
Of course. I'm just gonna keep. Nothing's gonna change.
I know. I'm just giving you shit.
It feels weird right now just because I've been going to just you know how the Bay is right now. Bunch of bike parks, bunch of pump tracks opening up and stuff like
which
that.
We got to get to that, the riding scene and everything.
Yeah, right. And so it's every single spot that I've gone to ride or just hang out at, like someone's like, hey man, I follow you on Instagram, especially here in the Bay Area. Like, hey, I follow you on Instagram, I really like your videos. I'm like, dude, that's sick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude, everyone, like, you've been increasing the traction to the page, and like it's cool because I haven't been posting anything. We haven't recorded in a couple months, but like we've been getting followers, and people are like, actually, shout out to a couple people who have been like, when's the next episode? Especially Nikki Mullins, you inspired us to do this one today.
Nikki,
but it's been really cool to see, and like, everyone is like,
it's pretty sick.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of traction.
It's crazy.
It's pretty rad,
and I wanna make
move the mic just a little closer, sir.
I want to make this very clear that I'm just posting like stuff that I would talk about every day. This is just like, I just get on the video, I have a topic, and I just ramble, and it's just it's super dope because I don't feel any pressures of I gotta go out and ride and like do like possibly get hurt, you know what I mean? It's like, it's such a weird space because it makes me want to go out and ride more, and I've gotten better on my bike since I've been making these videos.
There's not a pressure to like do mini flips and all that stuff.
You know, no more mini flips, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, I've seen you get pretty close to banging your head before.
Yeah, and every time I do it now, I break a wheel, so I just can't.
Yeah,
I can't risk it.
Dude, speaking of videos, so I tried to copy your style of video, and I don't know if anyone saw, I was only up for a few hours, but there's a famous
only up for a few hours, but blew up
in Southern California. So I copied Jay's style, just praising these jumps, and oh my god, I got some heat. We had some big names calling me a squid, which sucked, and I was bummed. And I wound up taking down that video, but it made me think, when you post stuff, like, you don't know how people are going to respond to it. Yeah. And it was actually kind of lame because people were, I don't know, talking smack, and I was like, I found that spot organically, like, whatever. It's the whole thing. I
want to speak on it real quick though, and like, in my opinion, obviously I post on Instagram and stuff like that, but you didn't post where it was. You didn't post any like markers that people could find. You didn't say this is where it is, this is who built it. It's really if you know kind of type video.
Exactly. And I was praising it. I called them like works of art, and I was just like commenting on how impressive the building was, and people were pissed. People
were pretty upset. You know what I mean? But I think that goes with the like, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you understand, but at the same time you're like, what's the harm in posting it if you're not, if you see videos of it every single day?
Yeah, and it's like
way bigger platforms.
Yeah, that other writer's video has like 3 million views at the spot. It's like, okay, that's 3 million views. We get like 1,000 views, and people were pissed.
And you weren't posting anything crazy, but that's life. You know what I mean? One thing that I've definitely noticed about myself when I do post videos, and I notice that they're kind of starting to get a little bit of traction, is I find that that's when I stay off of my phone the most. It's very, very weird. It's
just ignore it.
Yeah, like, not even ignore it, but I just, like, everything's coming in so fast, and there's like so many comments, so I kind of start to get anxious. I'm like, oh snap.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
dude, when I got like messages from people, I had anxiety. And I was like, I don't want this heat. Like, I'm just chilling at home. It's like a Wednesday night, and you have strangers just like sending you hate, and like,
which is crazy.
Yeah, you got to ignore it, but
which is crazy, you know. So luckily, like, majority of my videos, majority of the comments have been very, very positive.
Yeah.
And like, even out and about, people are like, not even out and about, in my DMs, people will send me DM and saying like, hey man, like, because this is a very specific example, but I picked up inline skating. I haven't posted it in a long time because this is the first time where...
Wait, you've been rollerblading?
I've been rollerblading.
This is new. You heard it here. I don't know. This might put a damper on our friendship. Let's see.
So I've been rollerblading, and to be honest with you, I have to put so much respect on rollerbladers because that's
they do some gnarly stuff and like huge stair sets, and like some of the clips I've seen are impressive. But I still have that like skate park stigma from when I was a kid. That's like you can't ride rollerblades.
It's the hardest extreme sport I've ever tried.
Really?
Ever. And the reason I haven't posted it is because I'm a guy where I feel natural on anything that I get on, you know what I mean? Like I can skateboard, I can ride scooters, I can BMX, mountain bike, I can do everything. But when I put
sadly that's true.
But when I put freaking inline skates on my feet, I felt like a kid needing training wheels. It was the most humbling thing that I've done in a really, other than playing golf. Yeah, throwing that out there. Most humbling thing that I've done in such a long time. But I've had people, like I posted a couple videos and I stopped posting them, but I had people DM me like, hey man, I just picked up inline skating, or I just picked up my BMX bike for the first time in 20 years. Like you really inspired me to go out there and just hang out at the skate park. I don't have to do anything crazy, just roll around and it feels good. Yeah. And I'm like, see, this is what it's all about. You know what I mean? It's like, people hate on social media so much, but they don't realize how inspiring it can be to people. And I didn't even realize that when I was just posting the videos that I post. You know what I mean?
No, so that's awesome.
It made me look at it like in a completely different mindset now. It's
I mean,
wild.
your video, they come across pretty organic. Like I feel weird talking into the camera when I film stuff, and like I think we've talked about it, but it definitely comes across like natural on your videos.
I appreciate that because as of like I'm now starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. But that's in a completely empty skate park or spot, you know?
Yeah.
As soon as like someone skates in, and even if they're skating on the completely opposite side of the park,
you're like, oh, freeze up.
it feels weird, you know what I mean? But like, you know, it is what it is.
I think that's okay. I have an idea. It's a good segue right here. So speaking of talking in front of people and videos blowing up, the Step Up Jam. You had a sick recap video. Tons of people were reposting that.
It was a good year.
Yeah, first of all, shout out to everyone who came to the Step Up Jam and continues to support.
Legends.
Shout out Paul and Stoked Company.
Yep.
Paul's might be having their baby this week, so shout out to that.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Crazy.
But yeah, for everyone who came out this year, it was really fun, great event. We didn't post online as much, so it was more of like an organic following, and people showed up just through word of mouth. But it was a sick year. I had a lot of fun yelling into the microphone. Shout out Carl for helping on the microphone as well.
Always.
We saw some sick tricks go down. We saw the first, I forgot your name. I commented on your Instagram. But the first tail whip I've seen on the Step Up.
Oh, yeah. I must have missed that.
Yeah, riding away. What did Ethan do? Ethan threw down. Shout out Ethan. Always throwing down tricks.
Ethan always being Ethan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The dump threes, bar spins. I think he did a truck this year.
Yeah. And I
just doing his thing.
Rohit doing the huge air and then coming down and slamming his balls right after. That was pretty epic.
That was pretty epic. And couple of Santa Cruz 831 guys coming out there just absolutely throwing down. I love seeing that Steez in person every single time it happens. So it was a good time. A little smaller than usual. Last few years have been just an absolute like chaos magnet where there's been a bunch of people.
We didn't post online is we were going to get too much traction, and it was getting a little overwhelming, and we
to be honest with you, I enjoyed the smaller sesh because it almost seems like, oh, someone just put up a tent and a bunch of people showed up and it just happened to be an organic sesh, you know? It wasn't too crazy. It wasn't a lot of pressure to do anything wild, but, you know, the Groms are going to do what they do and get the sesh going. So it was a good time. Everybody had fun, it seems like. So
yeah, it seemed like a great time.
That's all that matters.
And also, like, it just reminded me, there's, like, such a huge riding scene in the Bay Area. And then shout out to Deep Sea because he had his race the next day.
Oh, yeah, tell me about that.
Deep Sea's the homie. He puts on a little like underground race in Oakland. It's, you know, pretty casual, pretty underground, but it's a good time. And so we basically had back-to-back events, and so it was cool to be like riding, doing tricks, and then racing the next day with the same group of people, like a lot of crossover. And yeah, I was just thinking like,
that is actually super sick.
Yeah, just the Bay Area riding scene. Like we've said this before. It's like the whole reason we have the podcast. But there's so many riders, such a demand. Like the Marin Duro, I just saw on Pink Bike, became California's biggest mountain bike race. And I think that means like we have the most amount of riders of anywhere in California. I mean, maybe Southern California, but dude, we got spots popping up and like...
That's actually a good point. I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah, I feel like we like need to capitalize or have some sort of like unity or something because there's so many riders. And if we organize, like... I mean, we have some sick trail systems, but most of them are illegal. Most of them are, not official or sanctioned.
But the cities are starting to finally get behind them and sanction a bunch of these downhill.
Yeah, I think it's because there's so many of us.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have to. And it's not something you can ignore anymore. It's kind of like building skate parks in like the early 2000s. Like, okay, skaters aren't going away. You should give them a space. And I think hopefully cities are catching up to that. Because, like you're saying, the new bike park in San Diego.
Which is insane, by the way.
The new one in Santa Clarita, which is crazy.
Is that the Haskell?
Yeah, Haskell one. I'm going to check it out in a couple weeks when I'm not injured, but yeah.
I didn't realize how massive, like, I've been seeing people do, like...
Oh, it's huge.
They call them full recap videos of it, and they're like, oh, I'm just going to cover this side because there's a bunch of trails on that side, too, and I'm like... What the hell? Yeah. How did that even...
Austin, the homie, what up, Austin? He's been there a couple times, and he said, like, there's kind of, like, one main canyon where everyone, like, kind of rides, and then, like, you can do other trails, but he's like, there's kind of one main section that everyone rides, and he says, yeah, the jumps are big.
Yeah, they look big.
Yeah, some of the slope style line is, like, gnarly. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of crashes, too, and, like...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But I want to go check it out, too. Yeah, we're planning a little bike park tour and go hit, like, Snow Summit, that San Diego one, but...
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. But anyway, just back to it, like, I don't know, I just want to emphasize, like, it's so cool when people show up to these events and, like, I don't know, basically we need to do more events. Like, this is what I'm trying to say, because every time there's, like, such a good vibe, there's such cool people.
Yep. Everyone always has nothing but support for it, you know what I mean? So it's always a good turnout. People always have fun.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I went to the Calabasas jam last
that
week, actually.
Dude, those jumps look pretty gnarly, too.
I mean, okay, so I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This might be a hot take, but I'm going to say it here and say it loud and say it proud.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Apollo, because this is what he's going to say. You know what I mean? Apollo, the guy that basically spearheaded the rebuild of Calabasas Bike Park.
Yeah, I've been seeing it on Instagram.
Yep. So he's all like, I couldn't have done it without my crew. And that's definitely very, very true. He couldn't have done it without the Calabasas locals pitching in help, pitching in all their time and their blood, sweat, and tears, getting that place to where it is now. But brother, you're the one who spearheaded that, and if you talk to anybody in your crew, they're going to say the same thing. So shout out to you, Apollo, for making Calabasas the best it's ever been. And like I said, I have a hot take.
Yeah. Best
dirt jumps in the Bay Area. Trail rise, bike park wise, whatever you want to call it.
Damn.
The best dirt jumps in the Bay Area.
They're like,
they look intimidating. Yeah. But once you once you know the speed and you just know that you pull off the lip, that lip's going to put you exactly where you need to be.
Yeah.
And then you just trust your speed, trust the berms.
Did you hit him on
yourself.
the dirt jumper? Or what bike?
Yeah, dirt jumper. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, and I'll tell you, like, my whole mindset when I was going in there, everything's bigger, everything's perfect, and they have a long and low. I call it squirrel catcher because they don't want people who
that's what I saw, the long and low.
Yeah,
to that booter,
and it makes sense because you can hit that step up and like just sesh it and stuff like that, but you should have a certain skill to it. You know what I mean? So if you're not comfortable hitting that long and low, you really shouldn't hit the other doubles that are back there.
Yeah,
so
a proper setup jump.
You know what I mean? Exactly. You know, so. In my head, I was like, I have to hit the squirrel catcher. I know my skill. I know I can do it. I know I'm good. But it's been so long since I've scared myself on the bike that I didn't know what I was going to get into. And every time I would hit the setup shark fin, go into the turn, I knew I had the speed, but I couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And my boy Mikey, shout out to you, Mikey. I was like, yo, let me follow you in. Just hit the squirrel catcher. I'm gonna be right behind you on your tire. I like to follow people close. I don't know why, but I was like, I'm gonna be on your tire. Just hit it, and we're good to go. And then he towed me through. I knew the speed. I did it, and after I did it, I felt like I was like, bro, what were you afraid of? You just go off with a lip, and you're sitting there, and then you just land right into landing. You don't have to do a thing. It's built perfect. And then the step up behind it, you go up and you're like, all right, I'm coming down, and then you just keep going. And then you just land, and then everything's perfect. Everything's perfect.
So I did not have that feeling recently when I busted my knee, but I know what you're talking about. When you go off the lip, you're like, oh no, and you get set up perfectly. That's what I was hoping for. And that's what everyone told me.
What a segue.
Yeah. No, you're talking, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Anyway, to make the conversation about me, I'm sitting here with a busted knee. I have like a small break and a slightly sprained MCL and ACL because I cased the shit out of this jump in Orinda.
This is basically a summer tradition for you now.
I know. I broke my shoulder last summer. You know what I think it is? It's every time last 2 years I bought a North Star season pass like ahead of time. Like, oh, I'm going to ride North Star a lot this summer. And I think it's like a curse because like I bought it last summer, broke my shoulder, first broken bone ever. And then, then I bought it this year and banged my knee.
Same thing, huh?
So anyway, we're hitting this jump in Orinda that I'm sure a lot of people know. It's like a long and low, and there's a wooden ladder drop to like set up into it. And I've been looking at it for like a month or two, and it's one of those like, oh, I know I can do it, but not today. And then everyone was hitting it, and it looked chill. And I took
You're ready for the sesh.
Yeah, like probably 8 roll-ins to it, and was like kind of the same thing. Like, and I had the feeling was like, okay, as soon as I land this, I know I'm going to be like, what was I worried about? So I forced myself to go off the lip, and it wasn't even a case. Like my front wheel landed in the lip of the landing. And then like the backside of the landing, and I just went all of my momentum to my right knee went right into the fork, like my little compression knob, and just bam, and then I just smacked that. And then
did you ride out of it, or did you go OTB?
I like literally came to a full complete stop, like full speed in the jump, just boom, and all of it went right to my knee. So don't
nasty.
do that.
That's nasty.
But I was bummed because everyone else was hitting it, and I thought I had the same speed as them. So I think it's the e-bike not having compression. But yeah, I rode for like an hour after, and then swelled up. So I'm injured for the next at least 4 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, so we'll see. So not fun.
And knees suck.
Yeah.
Knees suck.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a skateboarder. You know how that goes.
I know. I'm not happy about this. I'm taking it day by day. But
yeah.
I'm pretty bummed to be hurt in summer, and especially, like when I've paid time off, it's like, oh, that sucks.
And you've been doing a lot of riding lately, too, which sucks because you've been killing the game. I mean, you went up to some random property. What was that about?
Yeah, that was shout out Judd if you ever hear this.
Shout out Judd.
It's a private property up north. I'm not sure exactly. Somewhere in Mendocino. It's where they do the Triple Crown DH series, and it's this insane. I think it was like 1,000-acre property, just super beautiful. And this guy Judd is super nice. He basically just opened his doors to us, and we got to ride like these 3 trails on one side of the property, and then we rode the main downhill course, which is really gnarly.
That they race on?
Yeah, there's some of the jumps and like there's a couple road gaps that if you hit them full speed, it's like almost like hardline level, like big stuff. But he shuttled us the whole time in the UTV, and he had a tractor, and so we cleared out these campsites. It was a good time.
What do they race up here? What is it? You say Triple Crown?
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing videos about this like last year or something.
Yeah, they've done, I think it's the second year of doing it.
Is it really exposed, dusty up top, and they have like some shark fins and stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. So we'll post a video. Right now we should have the video of Paul hitting the, because I could not clear it. But yeah, some of them were really, it was humbling, but it was a super cool weekend. We got to explore, and
like beautiful.
Yeah, and we're gonna try to go back, and but yeah, we're doing
coming on that trip.
Oh hell yeah! But yeah, doing a lot of riding until I got injured.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So summertime healing for our boy Jackie Legs over here.
Yeah, no fun. Anyway, I had another thought too. You're talking about Apollo and the Calabasas Park, and all of that, and I don't know. I guess I was just like getting preachy that I'm like, what am I trying to say? That there's such support for riding that I feel like as soon as someone steps up and starts doing something, it's like the Wayne's World quote, if you book them, they will come.
Yeah.
It's like when we try to do the race in Pacifica, it's like we got 1,000 shares in under an hour of people support. It's like, I think
a little overwhelming, huh?
Yeah, it's like, same with the Step Up Jam. It's like almost like there's such a demand. So I guess, I don't know. Get out there, do something, because people will follow, people will like join in, and
for sure
there's such a huge demand. So it's like you have an idea for a trail or a spot or a jump, like go start building it, because I guarantee other people support you and other people will come out. So,
and like the thing is, especially if you want, like, I don't know if I should advocate for this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. If you want to, if you want to jump, if you want a trail a certain way, just go out and build it. Because worst thing that's gonna happen is that it's gonna get bulldozed or taken out. You know, and that's just the name of the game.
Yeah, don't get caught though, especially if it's.
That's what I said. I don't know if I want to advocate for this. We might have to cut this part out.
Yeah. Don't try this at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like you said, Bay Area riding scene is amazing, super deep. There's a bunch of young kids that are really, 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 really fast and really good.
I know the Groms are like
really good.
Yeah.
And that tells you just how strong the scene is, because if the kids are getting as good as they're getting this fast right now, that tells you that we've got the good trails, we've got the good jumps, we've got the good community where
it's like we have like world-class riders coming out of the Bay Area.
And they're all like, shout out to my boy Jack. He's actually like traveling a lot doing legitimate races. He was in Europe a couple weeks ago doing races, and he's just like a kid from Pleasanton, you know what I mean? Like killing the game out there, and like I don't know if he's trying to make a career out of it, because all I see is him just having fun traveling racing. And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what pretty much all the kids are doing around here, just racing, or they're just going super deep in the free ride, and just they all got those dip threes. That's almost a rite of passage now.
Before we started recording, we were talking about trickflation and like skateboarding. Trickflation's definite. I feel like it's like Steezflation for biking.
For sure.
Like every kid now has like, they can hit sick manuals, they can like shroud berms, they can do cool whips, dipped threes.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you could do any of that 10 years ago, it's like, oh, you're on the map.
You got a contract.
It's like, now it's like, oh, they're just doing series. Yeah, tuck no handers, all of that stuff's just like standard procedure now. And
casually.
Yeah,
it's
kind of
wild.
crazy.
Just like, just hanging out at the Pacifica Jam, just watching these kids do it. I remember
like the level of like talent there is crazy.
Yeah. I remember shout out John Steve's World. I was talking to John, and I was just hanging out at the step up, and he just does the fattest, most floatiest backflip, and I was like, you can do backflips now? He's just like, yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's what's happening.
What?
Yeah.
Just casual. It's great. It's so sick to see. Like, I love seeing our scene get, and seeing the community get behind the kids, because they don't have these places without people building it and without people advocating for it. You know what I mean? So it's amazing. It's super sick.
Shout out Bay Area riding, man.
Yeah. And the bike shops. Support your local bike shop.
All right, here's a random ADHD question just popped in my head.
Okay.
What do you think of the 32-inch wheel trend that's coming out?
I still ride full 27.5s on my full suspension bike.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right. So you're still old school. I mean, it still works. I don't really know if there's a need for the 32-inch. I think it's kind of comically large, but I don't know. People say it's really good. And like, if you had the front, like 32 and then 29 in the back.
Mullet.
Like,
super mullet.
Yeah. I don't know. Because 32 sounds like, when I first heard it, I'm like, God, that's ridiculously big. And you're like, it's not that much bigger than a 29.
You know what's crazy?
Huh.
Like, this is the exact conversations we had 7 or like 10 years ago about 29ers. It's like, it's not that much bigger than 27.5, and it does feel a lot better. They do say it roll faster, but my question is, when do we stop?
We just have like 50-inch wheels. No,
when do we stop?
Like the first bicycles. Remember with
I was gonna say the
penny bike? Yeah.
Like, are we just gonna go back to that? Because technically speaking,
full suspension penny bike.
Technically speaking, it's a mullet.
Yeah. Man, they're ahead of their time.
It's a mullet. So when are we gonna stop? But yeah, talking seriously here about them.
That's funny.
32-inch wheels. If you're racing, if you're cross country, I could definitely see it being a big thing for cross country.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like Olympic cross country stuff.
Right. But I mean, when it gets to enduro, trail riding and stuff, the bikes are already getting so long and so slack that people have been saying like, we need to dial it back because of tight corners and whatnot. You know? So I don't know if adding 32, I mean, you have to get longer.
Yeah.
You have to.
I know what you mean, though. I think some bikes are getting so big that it's like, I almost like watching like early 2000s footage on the small bikes, because it almost just looks like rowdier and more. It's more like they're trying to like control it as opposed to the bike just like floating through everything. And
I've been seeing a lot of those type of frames just on Facebook Marketplace for sale for like $150, $500 for a complete bike. Just super dope vintage downhill bikes where I don't think people actually know like what they have, because I've been seeing like big, I don't want to throw it out there, but like big hits for like $500 on Facebook Marketplace in this area.
Yeah. Shout out Facebook Marketplace.
Shout out Facebook Marketplace. But I've been wanting to get one because I'm like, what did this feel like? Why did, like, it almost looks more fun.
Yeah.
Watching those old videos, New World Disorders,
Did
and all
you see
that stuff.
that Tyler McCall 805 beer edit? And at the end, he does like the huge drop off the clip.
Yeah.
So big. And then I didn't realize that's someone, I should know his name, should know the history, but some guy hit it. It was like in 2004 or something. And I was thinking, like, when I saw Tyler McCall do it, like, he can hit rampage stuff on a new modern bike. It was like, oh my God, that's like pushing the limits of what you can do. And it's like, oh, someone did that 20 years ago on a way sketchier bike on 26-inch wheels. Like people were sending it back then. Like, I feel like a lot of that's
glory days.
Yeah, almost like erased a little bit or forgotten of like how good some of those riders were back in the day.
That's actually very true, because
I should know his name. Messed that up.
We'll get the video. We'll put it in right here. We'll figure it out. But that's like the thing. That's the thing, right? Because things are getting extremely gnarly, right? Because like Rampage this year, craziest Rampage I've ever seen.
I know, it was hard to watch.
Yeah, a couple of one for sure career-ending crash, maybe another career-ending crash that's been talked about. Who knows? But
yeah, Neil just had his third surgery 8 months later. Like, that's
crazy, right? Yeah. So
the Adolf Silva is just like he's so inspirational. But like, I think about that pretty much every time I get on the bike now. Like, one, I want to be like grateful that I still have my body and I'm able to ride my bike. And then also just feeling like, dude, I can't imagine like that's such a part of your life, and you basically just have to like start from scratch again. And he's being so positive about it. But also it's a good reminder, like, okay, don't be, you can get seriously hurt.
For sure.
Like, it's like changed my perception of mountain biking seeing that live. And like, yeah, like we all watched it and it was like you had to look away from the TV.
Yeah.
Like we thought he might have died. And so it's like, shout out to him for being strong. But gnarly. Yeah, I think about that almost every time I get on the bike now.
Yeah.
Like, well.
And that kind of takes me to another conversation. I'm going to go back real quick, just because squirrel catchers, going back to Calabasas and having a squirrel catcher before the big step up. How can I say this without feeling insensitive? I don't like mountain biking as a whole, as a sport, extremely inclusive, very supportive, very welcoming. Just as a whole, as a sport, people, if you're out and about, like for instance, the way we met is we were at work. I was doing something for work. He was doing something for work.
He saw me on Pink Bike. I think we told this story.
Yeah, we've told the story, but whoever hasn't heard it, he was on Pink Bike. I said, oh, you mountain biking? He was like, yeah, but like I'm a little like deep into mountain biking. And I was like, oh, I am too. And now we're best friends. You know what I'm saying?
You said, are you going to Sea Otter?
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, we're friends now.
Exactly. So it's like mountain biking is a very, if you know sport, but it's also very, very welcoming. That being said, mountain bike trails, I don't think should be inclusive. There should be a clear progression to get to the expert lines, the black diamonds, the double blacks, whatever there may be. A clear progression to learn safely to get there. But I think squirrel catchers should definitely be in place, just because of how inherently dangerous the sport is.
I think what you're saying, they kind of actually go together in a way, because like if you want to be inclusive, you want people to mountain bike, you don't want them to get seriously hurt. Like one time we were at Treeline and there was like a doctor and he was on like a basic hardtail and there's a little rut going down and he fell so hard, and then people were kind of keeping in contact with him after because he had to get like the ambulance out and everything, and he was just like, yeah, I'm never going to touch a bike again. And it was just like, damn, you had one really bad experience because you rode a trail that you should not have been on. No one warned you about it, and now you hate biking. So it's like, in a way, setting up squirrel catchers and like progression lines actually, I think, like encourages mountain biking because you don't get those crazy crashes. And then that's like a lot of people say, like, oh, how do you do the jumps? And it's like, I'm not blindly sending it. Like, it's a very slow incremental process to get to the point where I could like hit tree line consistently. And so I think it's encouraging, like it supports mountain biking to have squirrel catchers, to have things like that. So you don't have crazy injuries. You don't have people in the community being like, oh, there's an ambulance up there every weekend,
spots don't get shut down.
Yeah.
It's just important. It's just an important thing to progress in life, because one of my favorite things about growing up in the skate park is starting in the small part of the skate park, just learning how to pump a quarter pipe, and then learning how to drop into that small quarter pipe, and then going over to the medium quarter pipes. Like, maybe let's try a rock to fakie today, just working my way up to these new progressions. And that's the same thing with mountain biking.
No, totally. It's like learning to ride around the city, learning to ride off a curb, learning to do that stuff. And then it's like, and then you
take that into your everyday life, where it's like you're not gonna win the first time you try something every time. You're gonna fall, you're gonna have to get back up, you're gonna have to try again. It's called resilience, and that's what it teaches you. That's what it taught me, and I take that every day in my life, and that's where 100%. The progression comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in layman's terms, you're going to fall, you're going to get back up, you're going to try it again. So let's just do it safely, so you can have that confidence to know that, okay, go off the lip this way, I know what's going to happen. So,
Dude, I need to practice what we're preaching when I get back to riding after this injury. Is I was thinking yesterday, with my shoulder and recovered, I was like, all right, back to full send. Let's, ride with, shout out to all the Pacifica boys, but they're fast and good riders. So immediately I was like, all right, I have to get back to that level right away. And I realized that kind of what am I trying to say? I've been nervous on a lot of rides.
I agree.
I've set my bar. I need to get back to where I was. And now with this injury, it's I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back to basic trail riding. I'm just going to do some long pedals around the city, then start doing some small jumps at a bike park, and then work my way back into it.
Yeah.
Because I want to build that confidence. So I guess in the same way, if anyone's listening and learning to ride, it's everyone goes through that process, and it can be hard, especially in the social media days, the immediate gratification.
Yeah.
Why can't I do this right now? But it's
the send it culture.
Yeah,
real.
The send it culture is real.
It's real.
So I've definitely been a product of that. And shit, I want to get a viral clip. I want to throw Suey on this so I look cool 100%. On Instagram. And
a lot of people don't think of this, don't think of sin culture this way. But even if they're I'm gonna try this trick and I want to land it to get the clip, but they also have the other side of that. If I crash and I get a good slam clip, that might get more views.
So my slam clips get more engagement.
Either way,
and especially people who don't ride, that's what they're like. Oh, I saw your crash. I saw this, and it's you didn't see the cool jump I did.
But going back to you saying, we're gonna have to edit this. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, riding, fun, passion. Bikes.
So going back to you saying you were kind of trying to work your way back to getting your confidence and stuff like that. You're kind of being scared.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened to me at the Step Up Jam. I didn't even ride.
That's the first time ever that I hit jumps that Jay was not hitting, and Jay was scared to hit them.
It was real, and like you said, it's really my first time coming back hitting those size jumps, and they've been rebuilt, so they're not how I remember. And let's be real, I never ride tree line like that, so I have to get myself back into it. And I'm finally to a point now where my body feels strong enough where I'm not going to have a bum shoulder or a bum wrist or a bum ankle after I ride. So I feel strong, and I want to work my way back into it. And some of the hardest things I've been going through getting back into it is I know I can do these things. I know it. I know I can do it, but I have to chill out because I'm just getting back into it because I don't want to get injured again.
Yeah. And you are notorious for going 0 to 100.
0 to 100. Yeah. And the thing is I'm wrestling with myself because usually my 0 to 100 is doing tricks, not just hitting the jumps. Hitting the jumps, that's no problem.
Yeah.
But I have to respect the jumps and get back into it, and respect myself to know that if I'm scared, I can't do it. And that takes me... Ooh, my bad. Which knee is it?
No, that's fine.
Okay, my bad.
You can hit it. It's fine.
And look, and that takes me to the Calabasas Jam with that squirrel catcher.
Yeah.
I was to a point where I'm like, bro, every sesh that you go to, you're hitting jumps that you know you can hit, but you're afraid to hit them. Just trust yourself.
Yeah.
You've ridden enough now. You know what the bike feels like under you. You know what you're doing. You have that confidence now. Just trust your confidence and trust yourself. Then I got through the squirrel catcher, and now it's like, all right, let's go back to tree line. Now I'm gonna get through tree line first try. You know, I can go. I have the confidence.
Sometimes you just need that little like breakthrough of like, oh, I can do it. This is what it's like to be on the other side of the adrenaline.
It legitimately felt like a weight lifted off my shoulder. I went back to Apollo and I was like, you don't understand how good that feels to be able to enjoy the sesh now without have that lingering above me, that lingering kind of black cloud of being scared, you know, because it's real.
Yeah, I forgot which rider years ago I heard an interview saying, I think it was maybe even Sam Reynolds was saying like, no, we go through that too, like the first hits, and I feel like I'm thinking of like the Dark Fest videos.
I was just gonna say,
it's like you can see their fear, and then you can also see like once one rider hits it, it's like, oh, it's on. We know it's safe. But I guess it just like proves we're all human. Like I think people want to be tough. Like, oh, I'm not scared. No, we all go through the same. Like, oh my god, this is scary. But then you get that breakthrough, and then that's what it's all about.
I mean, right before you got here, I was watching a video. Swatch Nines is happening right now.
Oh yeah,
in
of course it's gnarly.
Austria, I think it is, or something like that. But it's happening right now. And Matt Jones posted a video of him talking to Matt McDuff, another legend, my favorite rider, by the way.
Is Matt McDuff the one with the huge backyard compound? Those things are insane.
All right, so you already know what his life is every single day. And Matt Jones was talking to him because he wanted Matt McDuff to tow him through the free ride line, the big jumps, right? And Matt Jones has hit the biggest jumps in the world at Darkfest. Yeah. And he was still like, I'm a little hesitant right now. Like, I'm a little nervous, you know? And he's hit jumps that size before, but he was still nervous. But he got with his boy. He's like, I got you. Just tow it in. You're good. Yeah. And like, Matt was super calm. He's like, I'm gonna tell you, and we're good. They got through it. You could hear him every single jump he hit. He was you know, because he's like you said something perfect. He knew what it felt to be on the other side of that adrenaline, and he knew he could do it. And that's just one of the best feelings in the world.
Yeah, for real. Can't
beat that.
That's why I miss riding my bike.
You're almost there, buddy. You're almost back, man. You're almost back.
Yeah. Dude, what's next for you? What's on your schedule? What's anything coming up in the next few weeks?
Oh, I'm just gonna. So now, I mean, like you know the Instagram.
Besides recording a lot more episodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep recording. I want to get back on doing this at least like bi-weekly, weekly. Trying to do this a lot more.
Yeah, we've been trying. We've had a lot of stuff, and I guess this is what happens when you're early mid 30s. Is adult life sets in, and it's been hard for us. So we're trying to link up more. But we
trying to make it a priority.
Yeah,
we promise you we're trying to make it a priority. We talk about it all the time. We got so many ideas, so many guests that want to be on the show.
Yeah, we have like 4 people lined up,
like solid people to talk to
work on our scheduling.
Yeah, so.
And also along, I said it earlier, but shout out, like, especially at the Step Up Jam in the race, like, shout out to everyone who's encouraged us to do this. Like,
thank you, guys.
At least me, I get a little bit of imposter syndrome, and so it's, like, really cool when people, like, actually reach out. And apparently people want to hear us, which is kind of crazy.
Which is wild. That's what I'm telling you, man. It's crazy, but it's cool that you guys want to hear us talk. We're going to keep talking. I mean, we're a couple of yap masters over here. We can talk all day long, so we're going to keep doing it. I'm gonna keep riding my bike a lot more. I'm very
we gotta
comfortable.
Get you out more.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable on that now. I'm trying to get an e-bike so I don't have any more excuses.
Did you hear that?
I'm trying to get an e-bike so I don't have any excuses.
Hey, you should do a reel about like what's the best e-bike, or you should try to get like some brand engagement.
You know what's really funny?
Oh yeah, you do. You're talking. I forgot. He is talking to someone.
And I already have that video lined up. So like,
there we go.
It's already out there.
Right.
And I got some. My creative minds are running for the Instagram, so just keep following the Instagram. I'm gonna try to do a lot more stuff with. He's just not finding this out as I say this because I just thought of the idea right now.
Done.
I'm gonna start doing a lot more stuff with the Freehub Podcast.
All right.
Page, especially when we do more videos.
Yeah, we got
more pods. Yeah, you know what I mean. So we can edit this part out, but like, that's real life.
Does any Grom want to be like our clip editor and clip farm for us?
Ethan. Oh, you're not even a Grom anymore.
No, he's full grown.
He's literally a grown ass man now. But yeah, so just riding the bike, doing more stuff, hanging out. hanging out with the boys. What's on your agenda other than healing up?
Healing, recovery. Had to cancel most of my plans. Was supposed to do like 2 days at North Star this weekend, but gonna be on the couch or just chilling. And then once I recover, if all goes to plan and I follow the rules, I should be back by mid-July, and then hopefully back to riding and then
solid
working, life, all of that. But
real crazy in the summer for you.
It's still on the back burner, but we are still trying to host a race in Pacifica or anywhere we can really get access to land. So that's on the back burner. It's something we've been talking about, is doing a race, possibly even like a jam halfway through the year or some other event, maybe another city ride. But trying to plan
definitely
something.
More city rides coming up. I want to do more of those.
Yeah, shout out to everyone who came on the city ride. But kind of thinking like trying to do more event planning, I guess, stuff for bikes.
Yeah. I mean, that would be so sick. The Bay Area needs it.
Yeah, and it's fun to do. Yeah, and it's cool to get all the support. And so, if you guys have ideas, let us know. Suggestions, locations. We want to host more stuff.
Yep. With that being said,
thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening, guys.
Take it easy, homies.
Later.